Welcome, Reno, Nevada, to tonight's event. In this 45-minute block, we do have 6 schools ready to present to you. Welcome. This is the Western Association for College Admission Counseling's Reno Virtual College Fair. And my name is Ro Makem, and I am your facilitator tonight through StriveScan, who is powering this event for you. I want to remind the audience that the Q&A function at the bottom is fully live on, and that is the way that you will communicate your questions to our panelists. Your mic and your video are off. They cannot see you or hear you. That's the reason why the Q&A button is there. Next, there are more sessions within the StriveScan programs, so please look for those on the website that you can sign up for and through Western ACAC. And last but not least, this session is being recorded and will be posted on the link where you signed up for this particular webinar. Okay. All right, so I am going to turn it over to our presenters. This is who we have here tonight with us. St. Mary's College of California, Mills College, Chapman University, Willamette University, the University of Redlands, and the University of Portland, and they will present in that order. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to St. Mary's College. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank the panelists for joining. Thank you to the panelists for joining us tonight. Off you go.
All right. Well, thank you for having myself here and St. Mary's. My name is Memphis Latchison. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here just to go ahead and begin the presentation that I have here. And you just bear with me to share it here. Hopefully you all can see that and you can hear me clearly. Again, my name is Memphis Latchison, and I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions and Transfer Recruitment here at St. Mary's College. And just to kind of give you all just a little bit of background of St. Mary's, just some general information very quickly here. St. Mary's is located in Moraga, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. And of course, you may not know where Moraga is. You might have heard of San Francisco, but if I can give you just a little bit of information where Moraga is, it's kind of closer more so to Oakland, if you're familiar with Oakland. Right across the bridge is, of course, San Francisco. If you're familiar with even the Walnut Creek area, Moraga is actually just this little kind of nestled town, small town, right in between Walnut Creek and Oakland and San Francisco. And so very beautiful area, very sunny, of course, you know, a lot of great things as far as scenery going on in California and particularly in the Bay Area also. St. Mary's is a college, but we also have graduate and undergraduate programs and certificate programs, and the attendance or student population at St. Mary's for the undergraduate students is around 2,700, and that's just for the undergraduate students. We are religiously affiliated with the Catholic LaSallian tradition, and what Catholic LaSallian tradition is, it's actually tradition or an order that was founded by a man named St. John Baptiste, and he was a priest back in the day where he really advocated for the poor to be educated. And so one of the big things at St. Mary's College is this tradition that we are advocating for social justice and for the help of you know, people who are marginalized, for the poor, and all of that type of thing. So you'll hear a lot of talk about that at St. Mary's, social justice talk at St. Mary's. We are a liberal arts university, liberal arts and sciences core curriculum, which simply means that St. Mary's doesn't specifically focus on one area academically, but St. Mary's really likes to educate the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. And so not only just mind, body, and spirit, but academically, we like to focus not only on the sciences, but also humanities, history, just pretty much every single area academically you'll see us focusing on at St. Mary's. We do have 43 academic majors. The average class size is about 19 students. And of the 45 institutions renowned in a book called Colleges That Change Lives, we are one of those colleges that they listed, and one of the only colleges on the West Coast that was listed in that book of the colleges that change lives. Student and campus, let me talk a little bit about that very quickly. At St. Mary's, one of the nice things is that there's guaranteed on-campus housing for 2 years. As a first-year student, you actually are required to come in and be on campus. Over 60 student-run clubs and organizations, 17 Division I NC athletic teams, and 23 club sports and intramurals. Over 70,000 hours of community service. We really focus on community service for our students, and one of our favorite pastime traditions is community time. Lots of community time at St. Mary's. One of the other things that really makes St. Mary's unique is these two classes, one called January Term and Collegiate Seminar. These are two classes that every student has to take. There are 4 classes, and at St. Mary's, we run on a 4-1-4 semester term. And so, during the January month, every student is going to take at least one class during that January term. And it's a fun class that you're encouraged to take that has nothing to do with your major. You can travel, you can study abroad during that time. You can also take classes that absolutely have nothing to do with your major. One of the classes that have been offered in the past, just to give you an example, is this class called Star Wars and Theology. And so during that class, you compare the movie Star Wars with theology and how there are concepts about theology within that movie. The other class that every student is supposed to take is called Collegiate Seminar. And in this class, it's a roundtable discussion that's really geared towards helping you to build those soft skills where you can talk and really communicate and articulate your points. And so it's really kind of the foundation of our liberal arts school here. And you're going to study the great Western books during this class. And so it's a class that every student has to take. You take 4 of them. And it's definitely one of those classes that helps you to develop your whole person and learn how to speak and learn how to communicate very well. Very quickly, just some things that you might want to know about the admission process, scholarships, and financial aid. The admission process at St. Mary's is very simple, very easy, and you can actually apply without taking a college exam, the SAT, that type of thing during this time right now, which is kind of a unique thing because I remember there was a day where you could not get accepted into a school without having to do that. But really all we require is just your personal statement, completing your application, your letter of rec, one letter of rec, and of course your high school transcripts, your official high school transcripts. We also accept transfer students too. So there's a process for transfer students also. On to scholarships, we give lots of scholarships. And most of our scholarships are merit-based, and they're based from $13,000 to $30,000 awarded at the time of admission. We also offer departmental and performing arts scholarships likewise. And then,
your time is up, and I'm going to have to pass the baton.
Okay, I was pretty much done at that point. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
So next up is Mills College.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Diana Martinez. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Mills College. and I'm going to just share a little bit about us. So we are located in Oakland, California. Mills College is a historically women's college, which means for our undergraduate programs, we accept women, gender non-binary students who were assigned female at birth, and also trans students. For our grad programs, all people of all genders can apply. So we are here located in Oakland. Right behind me is our beautiful campus, and we are a liberal arts college. We have a strong commitment to equity, inclusion, and social justice. Our student body are very interested in making the world a better place, very interested in social justice, racial justice, environmental justice. So if you're interested in those kinds of things, definitely check Mills out. So our student body is an excellent close-knit community. As you can see here, when it comes to diversity, Mills not only talks the talk, but we walk the walk. We have 65% of our students who identify as students of color. I'd really like to point the attention to our population of first-generation students on campus. Almost half of Mills students are first-generation college students. And we have all kinds of support systems for them, including a summer bridge program for first-generation college students where they're doing workshops, they're earning college credit before their first semester even starts, and of course, building community and a support system within each other. Now we have all different types of majors, and if one of our majors doesn't quite suit what you want to be learning, we have an individualized major here at Mills, where you can kind of create a patchwork quilt of our different classes to suit the exact area of study you want to do and the field you want to go into. As you can see, we've got about 30 majors. Within each major, you can choose a specialization. So for example, if you're interested in being a veterinarian, you would take biology, and within that, you would tailor your major and choose the classes that fit specifically for that type of career field. Or for example, if you are interested in music, and you wanted to go into music technology, for example, you would choose the music major and then choose specific classes for music technology. And we even have a well-renowned Center for Contemporary Music where you can do some hands-on work. And that's another thing about Mills. We're very strong with the hands-on educational opportunities, so that not only are you learning how to do the field you want to go into, but you're also building up your resume. So by the time you graduate college, you've already got a robust resume for a competitive application in the workforce. Here's a little bit of information about our application. We are, as I said, we really believe in equity. And so we are very strong on that when it comes to admissions as well. We are testing optional. We do a holistic review process, and we really want to get to know you as a student. We don't have a minimum GPA, and we just want to know about you, how you are in the classroom. We want to assess your strength in academics, but also see how you overcome challenges and see how you give back to the community. The last thing I want to say is that Mills has been rated the #1 best value college in the West by US News and World Report. We have a lot of different scholarships for our students. And as you can see, a huge majority of our students are receiving financial aid. We've just increased our scholarships for merit scholarships, but on top of that, we have need-based scholarships. We also just recently reduced our tuition by 36%. So if you're interested in Mills, do not hesitate to drop me a line. Here's my email address right here, but also just in general, you can email admission@mills.edu and follow us on Instagram at Mills Admissions. Thank you all so much. Hope to hear from you soon.
All right, Diana, thanks so much. Sterling from Chapman University is up next.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Sterling Freeman. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor here at Chapman. I'm also a Chapman alum, so I graduated in 2019 and did my undergraduate in business administration with a minor in leadership studies. So I'm also from Northern Nevada area. So I grew up in Zephyr Cove, Lake Tahoe. So very familiar with that area, very familiar with Southern California now, and I'm happy to be here to share a little bit more about Chapman. So a little bit about Chapman. We have 7,500 undergraduate students, a little less than 2,500 graduate and law students. Our average class size is about 24 students with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you really get that one-on-one learning experience. You're able to develop those relationships, those more personal relationships with your professors. And they're really there to support you and help you in any way they can, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom when it comes to those kind of networking opportunities and those internship and job opportunities as well. We have 52 majors and 72 minors. So you've got a ton of stuff to choose from, and we actually require our students to have a major and a minor or a double major. So kind of up to you how you want to pursue that, but we allow you to study very interdisciplinarily across all those different programs. So making sure that you're doing something that's suiting you and your interests and your needs, because really our whole mission is to provide you with a personalized education experience. So you'll see that translated through the way we do everything kind of at the university. We have 48 or representation from 48 different states, 4 territories, and 79 countries. So we're a very diverse campus, and we think that just kind of adds to your global perspective and allows you to kind of broaden your horizons a little bit, meeting students from all over the world. And then about 53% of our students study abroad in one of the 3 capacities that we have to offer. The first is going to be through travel courses, which are a little bit shorter, usually 1 to 6 weeks long, and they're all led by faculty. And then we have your traditional semester-long study abroad programs, and then a program called Semester at Sea as well. So between those 3 programs, a little more than half of our students study abroad. It's something that we really encourage and try to work to make accessible for everyone who wants to do it. Here's a picture of campus. So this is kind of the heart and soul of campus, our piazza. And this is basically what campus looks like on a normal day. We have a little over 190 different student clubs and organizations on campus. So you're sure to find something that you want to get involved with. And I'd say that most all of our students are involved in one, if not multiple things across campus. So the first thing that you kind of notice when you walk onto Chapman's campus is just a sense of community, how active and lively it is. Everyone's really happy to be there and excited to be there. And everyone really encourages and supports one another in everything that they do. So we try to put a focus on collaboration rather than competition in everything that we do, both in classes and your different clubs and organizations that you're going to be a part of and everything else that the university kind of hosts. In terms of our location, we're located in sunny Southern California. We're in the town of Orange, located right in the heart of Orange County. So this is a picture of our Old Town Orange Circle, which is basically an extension of our campus where we've got a bunch of different little restaurants and coffee shops and boutiques and all that kind of fun stuff. A lot of students hang out there throughout the week. But here's a visual depiction of where we are on a map. So you'll see Chapman in the big red letters. We've got Angel Stadium and the Duck Stadium about 5 minutes away. So it's really easy to go see a hockey game or a baseball game. We have Disneyland about 10 minutes away. So a lot of students will get Disney annual passes or work for Disneyland. They're actually the second highest employer of Chapman students. We have the beaches about 30 minutes away, and then we're an hour south of Los Angeles, an hour and a half north of San Diego, and an hour and a half west of the mountains. So you can keep skiing. I know everyone in Northern California or Northern Nevada likes to ski, so you still can get your fix for that. In terms of our education, we're a liberal arts and pre-professional education where we have flexible general education opportunities. So with all of your different GEs that you have to do, you've got a list of 30 or more classes that you can use to kind of fulfill those, allowing you to really personalize your education and take classes that you're actually interested in, not that you're being forced to take. And like I said, we offer 52 majors and 72 different minors. We are similar to St. Mary's on a 414 academic calendar. So we have that interterm session during the month of January where you can take 1 class for free, completely up to you, whether you want it to be a travel course or just more of a class for your GEs or for your major. But 96% of the learning you're going to do is going to be experiential. So we really put a focus on that hands-on learning environment and allowing you to kind of start all that from day one. And then we're ranking R2 in the Carnegie classification. So we have high levels of research being conducted, and you can start research as early as freshman year. In terms of student life, like I said, we have over 180 different student clubs and organizations. We have 21 Division III varsity sports, and we also have club sports as well as intramural sports as well. And about 30% of our student population is involved in Greek life. So a really big thing on campus. It's a really kind of just a fun and welcoming community within larger Chapman community. And then all of our residence halls are suite styled. So you'll always have a bathroom connected to your dorm. You don't have to worry about communal bathrooms or anything. And we do have a 2-year living requirement. So students are required to live in the freshman dorms their first year, and then in our other Chapman housing accommodations the second year. So that consists of 3 different apartment complexes that we have, 2 that are off campus, 1 that's a luxury apartment complex, and then 1 that's brand new right on campus. Here's our deadline. So we have 2 different deadlines. It's November 1st for our early action and early decision deadlines, and then January 15th for our regular decision applicants. Keeping in mind that if you are applying for film, pharmacy, dance, screen acting, theater performance, or television writing and production, you do need to apply by that November 1st deadline. So kind of coming up quick here. And then in terms of financial aid, 3 different types of financial aid. We have merit-based scholarships that range anywhere from $12,000 to $32,000 a year. We have departmental scholarships that average around $5,000, and need-based financial aid through the FAFSA. One thing that's really nice is our scholarships all do stack. So if you're coming to Chapman with any outside scholarships, you're able to stack them all on top of each other without us taking any money away from that. And then our average need-based financial aid package is about $29,000, with about 86% of our student body benefiting from some form of financial aid. So that's a little bit about the university. Thank you so much for joining me today. Here's my contact information if you want to screenshot or take a picture, but nonetheless, I hope to hear from you all soon, and pause up for Panthers.
Okay, perfect. Willamette. Sue, you're up next.
Thanks. I'm Sue Corner. I'm the Director of Recruitment at Willamette University. So glad everyone's here. I'd like to take the next 6 minutes just to tell you a little bit about Willamette's story. Not a lot of numbers, just kind of our story. I want to introduce you to a few of the things that make us unique. My hope is that these just few minutes will inspire you to want to spend more time with us through a more in-depth virtual visit, and we have lots of those available. Willamette's located in Salem, Oregon, the state capital. It's in the heart of the beautiful Willamette Valley. We're a liberal arts college supported by 3 graduate programs in business, law, and theology. We're located in a part of the country that is really sought after for its natural beauty, diverse ecosystems, and many, many outdoor opportunities. Willamette's the most historic institution in the Western United States. We were founded before Oregon was a state. Willamette began to educate and shape innovative leaders right from the beginning, including our very first graduate, Emily York. As things like business, government, education, religion, social systems were being established in the American West, it was Willamette alumni who were equipped with an education that allowed them to make an impact in industries that literally grew up around us. I mention our history because it's important to understand Willamette's rich heritage in order to understand who we are as an institution now. Willamette's legacy of leadership and impact in the community is exactly what Willamette students find here today. We're a place that turns knowledge into action. Our predecessors gave us a motto that informs the current Willamette experience in a very real way. The motto that was established at our founding is "Not unto ourselves alone are we born," or "Non nobis solum nati sumus." Our motto sums up what those early alumni knew from their time at Willamette, that we're in the world together, and our education should be a time when we practice and explore how we're going to have an impact on other people. We talk about the motto a lot and continually challenge ourselves to live it in new and varied ways. Willamette does an exceptional job of providing students with occasions, both in the classroom and out of the classroom, to practice the idea of the motto, giving students an opportunity to make positive change through leadership, service, and innovation. In the classroom, Willamette students meet in small groups where highly engaged faculty lead primarily discussion-based classes. These small groups are interactive and designed to help students develop the important skills that will see them through their lives and careers. So skills like critical thinking, creative problem solving, and the ability to consider varied perspectives. Our faculty are accomplished academics. They research, write, and publish extensively, but first and foremost, they're teachers. Willamette faculty serve as mentors who help our students really learn to learn so they can grow and change as the world around them changes. It's no wonder that Willamette has had more Oregon Professors of the Year than any other college in the state by quite a margin, and we are also one of the 40 colleges that change lives. We feel strongly that the incredible classroom experience at Willamette is critically supported by lots of experiential and co-curricular activities. Things like study abroad, hands-on research, and internships are the interactive out-of-classroom experiences that all Willamette students participate in. Our unique location contributes significantly to our ability to provide these opportunities. So let me tell you just a little bit more about our place in the world. We're an urban campus set in the center of Salem's quaint downtown corridor. And we're the only campus in the nation that sits directly across the street, 76 feet to be exact, from the state capitol building. So you can imagine the internship and research opportunities that abound for our students simply because of this location. Everything from politics to economics to psychology and data science, simply because of our proximity to and long relationship with state government. Also unique to our location is the positioning of Salem Health, one of the state's largest hospitals. It's directly adjacent to campus. And so our thriving pre-med program is well supported by our proximity to this medical resource. Willamette also happens to own a 305-acre outdoor learning laboratory called Xena, where students can literally dig in the dirt of this unique region. They restore habitats, they participate in forestry study, they even grow vegetables for our dining commons. Finally, Willamette's co-located with Tokyo International University of America. So the American Studies program brings 100 Japanese students to live and learn with us every year in Salem. And this program, I think, is just a great reminder of Willamette's strong commitment to all things international. We value the experiential learning that comes from the exchange students who share our campus, and as well as the amazing opportunities that students find while participating in our 66 study abroad programs where students go all over the world. As you can see, Willamette is physically located in such a way that we are literally surrounded by opportunities for our students to extend their learning beyond campus. So there's a lot more to say, but before my 6 minutes are up, I just want to mention that Willamette uses the Common Application. We review applications holistically, and we've been fully test optional for several years. We never charge an application fee because we don't want that to be a barrier for any student seeking access to Willamette, and every applicant is considered for our generous aid awards. We encourage bright, diverse, prepared students who want to make an impact and interact with challenging ideas. So if you want to be part of the deep traditions and history that have made Willamette the shaper of innovative leaders, I hope you'll take time to learn more about us. There's my contact information. Thanks so much, everybody.
Okay, Dulcie from Redlands.
All right, great, thank you. There we are. Alrighty, hello everyone. My name is Dulce Garcia. I'm an admissions counselor at University of Redlands. And so I'll just be telling you a little bit more about the U of R. The U of R is a private liberal arts university in Southern California. We were established in 1907. So we've been in higher ed for quite a bit of time. So similar to all the other universities that have gone before me, we are a liberal arts university. So that is definitely the focus of education. So really offering students the opportunity to take broad courses and really be able to get a holistic view of the world. A little bit about Redlands and its location. We are 60 miles east of Los Angeles. So we are actually the halfway point between Palm Springs and Los Angeles. So we are in the heart of Southern California. We're close to beaches, mountains, desert, obviously Los Angeles, and Anaheim for all of you who are Disney fans. So there's a lot to do at University of Redlands, but kind of skipping along here. The mission statement at University of Redlands is very clear. We want to educate the heart and the mind of the scholar. So we really hope that our students will find an engaging community in the classroom and outside of the classroom, so our students are able to really learn some of those additional skills or soft skills that people talk about, which are going to be critical thinking skills, writing skills, interpersonal relationship skills, being able to conduct and present research, and ultimately being able to engage and collaborate with others. But we also hope that your heart will be engaged and that you'll have a truly transformative education at Redlands. So just really quickly on some information about the university, we have 2,400 undergraduates. We are predominantly a residential university, so most of our students live on campus. Approximately 70% of them live on campus all 4 years. So it is definitely a very tight-knit community, very active community. So very, I would say very common for our students to be engaged in multiple clubs and organizations. One of the really big highlights of University of Redlands is the opportunity for experiential learning. So making sure that you are learning in the classroom, but also by seeing and by doing. So some of the two most impactful experiential learning opportunities will be study abroad and community service. Study abroad, about 54% of our students will engage in study abroad. We do have over 100 destinations for travel, including our own castle in Salzburg, Austria. We do have a 4-year graduation guarantee, and that does include you if you choose to go abroad. And then there's no additional costs for that experience. Secondly, community service is really important to Redlands. We're actually federally recognized for the amount of service that we do. It is a part of your graduation requirement, so you must complete 80 hours of service before you leave Redlands. So really making sure that you are involved in your community. There's a lot to do on campus. We do have over 100 clubs and organizations that you can be a part of. That does include Greek life. Approximately 25% of our students are active members. And we also have athletics. We have 21 NCAA Division III sports. We're very competitive in sports. About 75% of our sports rank nationally. So very, very competitive, very school spirited. We're also the only university in our athletic conference that has a live mascot, and we are the Bulldogs. Her name is Addie. Alrighty, so jumping through the mines, so really important, similar to St. Mary's and Chapman, we have an interesting calendar. It's a little different than theirs, though. We have a 4-4-1. So we have May term, not Jan term, but some really great opportunities there as well. We do have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio where the average class is 18 or 19 students. Additional to that, our professors are here to teach. And while they do engage in research and other forms of professional development, their #1 task is to be your educator. Our students are assigned an academic advisor. That person is of your selection. You get to pick your favorite instructor to kind of walk you through this journey that is Redlands. These are just some examples of research that our students have been able to do alongside their professors. It's very common for our students to be able to do some research opportunities beginning their sophomore and junior year and not having to wait until graduate school to start. Something very unique and very special to Redlands is the Johnson Center for Integrative Studies, where you can create your own major. At Redlands, it's been around for over 50 years, and it's one of the longest running programs in the United States. So definitely, if you're interested in building your own major, would definitely recommend Johnston. Finally, here are some of our dates. So for early action, early decision on November 15th and regular decision on January 15th. Redlands really does pride itself on a holistic review process. So we are considering all of these things that are listed here. Redlands is a test optional university, and we are permanently a test optional university. So something to keep in mind. Over 94% of our students receive financial aid to attend Redlands. That does include a mixture of merit scholarships, talent scholarships, and need-based financial aid. Know that these opportunities are stackable, so if you have any outside scholarships, then you may also combine them with what we offer you. And here are just some great things for you to know about Redlands, and then ultimately my information. So please make sure to connect with me if you have any questions, and make sure to follow us on social media. That does include Addie's handle at @URMascot, so both of which would be very fun for you to connect with. But thank you so much for your time. I hope that I get to talk to you all very, very soon.
Okay, perfect. Last but not least, the University of Portland.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here this evening. I appreciate you tuning in, and I really appreciate the opportunity to present to you on the University of Portland. My name is Matthew Deschner. Here is my email. Definitely snap a photo of this and contact me later if you have questions. Before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to the high schools that we have present here at the University of Portland. Reno High School, Galena, we have Robert McQueen, we have Earl Wooster, we also have Damoni Ranch, and lots of students from Bishop Manogue, probably because the University of Portland is a small private Catholic university. And I'm going to talk about these things today. What I want to briefly discuss is our location. I want to talk about our small, close-knit personal size. I also want to talk about our degree programs and what we offer, the overall campus experience, and then our application process and cost. So going forward with our location, we're in the city of Portland. If you are looking for something to the north, all four seasons, sea level, but you still have mountains, ocean, all within a quick drive away, you might be interested in University of Portland. We're about 4 miles outside of downtown Portland. And what this means is that you get a residential experience, but then you have that cosmopolitan vibe, that city experience when you want it. As far as the campus is concerned, the neighborhood that surrounds our campus feels like a college town. So you get a little bit of the best of both worlds. The city when you want it, a college town vibe, and here you're going to know people because we're small. We have 4,000 total students. All 50 states are represented. If you cut the country in half, though, most of our students come from the West. Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Nevada. We've got a lot of students from all of those states, and a lot of students from Hawaii as well. So you'll have a lot of great experiences connecting with students from all over the place. Small, close-knit, and personal as far as our size is concerned. You'll be able to connect with professors and your classmates and form study groups. And all the while, people are going to know your name. You're going to be known as an individual on campus, not just an ID number, not just a student that's here as a bypassing all of the experiences. You're going to take an active role in your learning. You're going to be involved in small classes, and you're going to be attending class and participating and taking an active role in your learning. What is it that you can study here? We've got 5 main areas. We have a robust College of Arts and Sciences with programs from natural sciences like biology and chemistry and physics. We also have programs in social sciences like psychology and communications and political science. And we have programs in the humanities like English, history, philosophy, and foreign language programs like French, Spanish, and German with opportunities to study abroad, not just for language majors, but for all degree students that are pursuing degrees on campus, no matter what major, and you can study abroad and still graduate in 4 years. Our advisors will assist you, and our program counselors will assist you so that you're always on a 4-year plan and can fit in things like that to diversify your experience. Outside of the College of Arts and Sciences, we have an amazing School of Nursing. We have a School of Business Administration. We have a School of Engineering, so we're strong in the STEM programs. And we have a School of Education. All programs are direct entry. When you apply for admission, we welcome you to mark the major that you want in your application. And if accepted to University of Portland, you'd be accepted to your major, and you'll start that day one, your first day during your first year. As far as campus experience is concerned, we are residential. Students live in residence halls. That's because of our neighborhood being right outside of downtown. We have residence halls for all women, all men. We have co-ed residence halls that are shared buildings, and they're split by wing and by floor. We have hundreds of clubs, lots of intramurals. We have community service, and we're a Catholic university. For those that are interested in attending a Catholic university, we're open to all students. 50% of our campus is Catholic, 50% of our students are not. Mass is optional for those reasons, but we welcome anybody to get involved that wants to, but it's not a requirement. It's an invitation, not an expectation. As far as our application process, moving on to the final point that I wanted to talk about today, we function 100% on rolling admissions. Rolling admissions means ongoing between September 1st and January 15th. That's the first day we start accepting applications. January 15th is the deadline. Our priority deadline is November 15th, which we consider to be earlier rather than later. So please apply by then. Our application is 100% non-binding. If you need a fee waiver and you don't want to pay the $50 to apply, contact me. I'll hook you up with that. When you apply, we accept the common application. We have our own on our website. All you're going to do is simply submit your high school transcript and your letter of recommendation. We only require one. Test scores are 100% optional now, and we want to respect the fact that many students might not have had an opportunity to take the SAT or ACT. If you have test scores, please send them to us if you want to opt in. If you prefer to opt out, maybe you even have test scores and you want to opt out, great, just go ahead and let us know. 100% optional. If you apply, since we're rolling and you apply by November 15th, there's no reason why you wouldn't find out about your admission status within about 3 to 4 weeks. That's after you get your transcript in, after you get your letter of recommendation in, and then we'll go ahead and go from there and create that relationship between you and University of Portland. We consider students for merit-based scholarships when you apply. You're going to fill out the FAFSA and apply for outside scholarships along the way. And I really hope that as you continue to research University of Portland, that you'll consider us and apply. And if you do, I'll be reading your application. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Go Reno students.
All right, fantastic. Thank you everyone for the great information, the time tonight. As we close out, I've just got a few housekeeping things that that I need to take care of as we close out and run to the end of our session. 1 second as I move. All right, perfect. Okay. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. As participants, as you close out of this, you will actually be sent a 4-question survey that we asked you to fill out. That helps the association, and it also helps StriveScan as your host. There is another about a week and a half left of sessions throughout what we're hosting here at the Virtual College First Series. And again, this session was recorded and will be online, available to all of you. So I want to thank all of our panelists, St. Mary's College, Mills College, Chapman University, Willamette University, the University of Redlands, and the University of Portland. I appreciate your time tonight, and folks out in Reno, please have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.